Come on, Bitsy.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike. It is the 7th of October 2024 and it's 11 a.m. and I am back live on the camera. Be still your beating hearts. Now we have a lot to go through today. We're going to go through some news about Bitcoin. As always, we're going to talk about who Satoshi Nakamoto could possibly be. We're going to talk about Mark Cuban and his comments about crypto. We're going to talk about FTT token yet again. We're going to talk about FTT token. We're going to talk about Solana picks. I'm going to talk you through the top Solana projects and the ones that I think are going to have the most success. Remember, that's only my opinion and not necessarily yours. We're then going to look at Telegram, what Telegram gifts are and how you can get them. And Lego was hacked and it promoted a crypto scam. So all of that, hopefully in 1 hour. Remember, if you're new here, give us a like and subscribe to us. Bottom left-hand corner, we have just under 175,000 followers. We are closing in on 200,000 as fast as we possibly can. The theme of the day is Satoshi Toshi. Do we believe that this gentleman that we're going to talk about is Satoshi, or are they just clutching at straws, which I think they are? So we're going to talk about a lot of that. Now, I'm just going to keep an eye on my video and make sure it doesn't lag too much, because sometimes it just stutters a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. We still haven't got everything fully set up yet, but we're going to give it a go. Let's go through the charts first of all then. 63.6, Bitcoin's up 2.5% in the last 24 hours. ETH is up almost at $2,500. BNB is up, Solana is up just below $150. XRP is up. Again, XRP hasn't suffered the cataclysmic crash I was expecting from it. Doge is up a whopping 5%. TON, Tron, Cardano, they're all up. Everything's up today. And these are the days where we need to have a little bit of calm. Let's not FOMO in. You know, one swallow does not make a spring. Be very careful you don't FOMO in, because we could bounce back down. Remember, we've broken some key levels, and we're going to go through all of that in the stream. So just don't think that this is the start of the bull run. We're going to have lots more ups and downs this month. Dog with Hat is up 20%, Mog 20%, Popcat is up 19.3%. You can see what's happening, can't you? The meme coins are absolutely ripping. Pepe is up, Bonk is up. ASI is doing well, back at 150. Near Protocol is back up. Brett is there, still a bargain under 11 cents for me. So make sure if you have got your bags packed, you don't panic and FOMO in, because these days are normally followed by some level of retracement. We don't go up in a straight line, we don't come down in a straight line. So keep your money and get ready for any small corrections to the downside. Maybe we go up for the rest of the week and correct next week. Let's just see. Not many losers, as you would expect. Wormhole Maker down hardly anything. And then the stable coins are down there. So we're really not down at all. Market cap back over 2.2 trillion. I am going to keep an eye on chat. Good morning, KB. Good morning, Mags. Welcome. Stream really, really quiet today. Don't know where everybody has gone. Volume, again, it's a Monday, 55 billion. Don't expect anything wild. Bitcoin dominance, ETH dominance, still over 70%. We're going to talk about some charts before we begin the show. We are going to talk about, first of all, we're going to have a look at the DXY, because the DXY is pumping, so we need to go and have a look at that just so you can understand. It's a Monday, we look at that anyway. We look at Bitcoin dominance on a Monday. We're also going to look at the return so far in October, because I think if I ran a poll now and said, are we up or down so far in October, I think the majority of you would say we are down. It's going to be interesting to show you that we are not quite there. Now, I am going to show you the X-Files first. Snippets from around the world of Elon Musk's domain. And remember, okay, when retail turns up, remember to stay and be a horse, okay? When retail get here, don't lose your heads. You are a horse. You have survived the bear market. Don't be retail this time next year and keep buying in at $120, $140, $160,000 to Bitcoin. You are a horse. You have run your race, okay? Don't join in their race. Their race is only going to end in broken spokes and bruised shins. You're a horse. Take your hay, find a nice field, and go off and enjoy it while they are all left with your bags of $150,000 Bitcoin. be a horse, okay? I've called you many things. Maybe at the end of the year, we will have a recap of all the different animals I have called you in the year, because I keep a record of every article, believe it or not, that we ever cover, every X-File that we cover. We have a complete list over the last 18 months, just have to go through them. But I'm sure I've called you worse. So remember, it's autumn, okay? And Mew is the sponsor of the stream, as you can see on the left-hand side as you're looking. So here, if I point, Mew sponsors the stream. Very grateful to Mew. I've made a few posts about Mew. We're going to run a competition on Mew. Go and find the post that I made about that. The giveaway will be on Wednesday on the live stream that I'm going to tell you about at the end of the show. But we're running a competition. If you go and do what we say in the post, you will be entered into the pro. Mary has already entered and Danny has already entered. So if you've missed it, go and check my posts and have a look. Now then, Bitcoin, look at where we are. Look at the boxes. Now, again, you've heard me before talk about diminishing returns. What I mean by that is Bitcoin 8 years ago will have gone up, I don't know, 100%. 4 years ago, maybe it went up 20%, 20x, sorry. This time around, it's not going to do that because the price and the market cap is a lot higher. So you can't expect Bitcoin to 10x, 10x, and 10x. It is likely, based on what I've looked at, to do a 1.6x. That's $110,000. That's my worst case scenario for this bull run. The ETFs have moved that along a little bit, maybe to 140, 150. But diminishing returns, the market cap is bigger. It's a maturer asset. We are not talking about Tesla 8 years ago or Amazon 8 years ago, where their stocks were doing the same as Bitcoin, flying up 10% one day, down 8% the next. Bitcoin is becoming a more and more mature asset. It's over $1 trillion. You can't expect it to 5x from here and go to a $6 trillion asset. It's not going to happen in the short term. So you'll see the boxes are getting smaller and smaller, but even with half the size or a third of the size of the previous box, it's still going to put us up towards $100, $120, $140,000. So again, don't expect $1 million. I'm still waiting for Rich Dad Poor Dad to pay me out on the $350,000 Bitcoin target he gave us for August. And we've got nowhere near it. Very quickly, let's move on. Eugene, good morning. I hope you are well. I'm just keeping an eye on the camera because sometimes it's a bit laggy, sometimes it isn't. The UAE has eliminated VAT on Bitcoin and crypto transfers. Again, another reason why you're going to see so many crypto advocates, crypto degens, crypto influencers, they're going to move to UAE because UAE knows if it doesn't tax Bitcoin and crypto, you're going to go there and you're going to set up there. And that's what they want. They want everybody with crypto in their nation because they are the wealth. They are potentially some of the wealthiest people in the future, and they want people there. Talking of wealthy people, this is the list of publicly traded companies with an official Bitcoin treasury strategy, actively buying Bitcoin to hold on the balance sheet. Now, the one that we always talk about is MicroStrategy, so let's ignore that one. There are a few more on here. MetaPlanet has been referred to as the Japanese MicroStrategy. They are already up to 531 Bitcoin. Block, which is Square, they are up at 8,200. These numbers will probably be somewhere near 350, 400,000 this time next year. I'm not going to say by the end of the year because they're not going to be able to accumulate that quickly. But this list is A, going to get longer, and B, maybe they will end up with 1 million Bitcoin. Maybe the American government ends up with 1 million Bitcoin and China ends up with 1 million Bitcoin. Then you start to realize why Bitcoin is so scarce. There's not enough Bitcoin to go around. And we've also talked on this channel before about what America did with gold way back when, where they had a compulsory purchase order on your gold. And it happened before. Do not expect it to never happen again. Okay? Now, on Wednesday, we're going to give away a crypto hardware wallet to one of our OGs. Now, you can watch the stream and you can partake in the stream, but these OGs, they support us and we have a private group. One of them is going to win that hardware wallet, not everybody. But we are going to give away crypto on Wednesday night as well. So look forward to that. We might give away some Mew on Wednesday night because that's the competition that we're running. So just stay tuned. I'm going to go and show you all the details at the end of the stream. There was a guy on Twitter with a McLaren promoting a cat coin. This is not Mew, by the way. Because he had 100,000 followers, I thought he was legitimate. I trusted him. I put everything I had because I thought I'm early. It turned out to be a scam. I don't know what to do. Don't believe me. Don't believe anybody you see on crypto Twitter. Don't believe anybody you see talking to the press. You have to have your own mind's opinion, okay? My opinion is not the same as the next person. However, it's unlikely I'm ever going to come on here and say to you, put 100% of your assets into Mew, because I'd never say that. What I would say is take 5% of your portfolio, divide it into 5, and put 1% of your portfolio into meme coins if that's what you want to do, or put it into AI coins if that's what you want to do. That's what I will say. That's what I would always say. Nobody in the world could pay me enough money to tell you any differently, because you have to have risk management and you have to have a portfolio strategy. And this person is basically an idiot, okay? You don't put 100% of your assets into anything in life. You don't put all your money into your house. You don't put all your money into your car or gold or savings or Bitcoin. You just don't do that. You have a diversified portfolio. A cautionary tale. Let's leave it at that. Right, let's move on. A couple of charts then before we get into the news. I know we are running 11:13, we're not that late. I did circle this movement. I don't know when I circled this movement. Maybe I circled this movement on Monday last week. I've no idea. But you will see that we were coming down, and that yellow line was where, because we broke the 100.56 line, which was previously where we bounced, we were looking down here, which was a previous level. We didn't get there. What we have done is we have bounced to the upside. Now, there is a good chance that we are going to get rejected off the moving averages of the DXY, and there is a good chance that we could get rejected and come back down. Okay, that is always on the cards. Nobody knows for sure, but that's what we want to see. Remember, a very weak DXY is super bullish for Bitcoin. What's also interesting about this is Bitcoin has moved up 60 to 63,500, while the DXY has also made this move. Now remember, it is not a direct cause and effect. The DXY has been on a slump since June. Bitcoin has not been pumping since June. So there is not a direct cause and effect with Bitcoin and the DXY. It is just an indicator that we look at. That is all. And when we see it break up, and believe you me, if this continues like this, it's not great for Bitcoin. But a movement up of whatever it is, 2%, it's not the end of the world. And again, we could get rejected and break back down. Now, there is one other chart actually before we get on to the question that I posed earlier. Monday morning, hope a good week for trading. I think it's going to be a positive week. I think we've got a report on Thursday. I don't know if it's a jobs report or a data, an economic indicator yet, but we have something like that coming up. Now then, we saw articles last week about the breakdown of Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is over, it's finished. We're going to zero. Bitcoin is a scam. And as always, it's not the case. We've come back up and we found a level of support, funnily enough, at 58%. So go figure. Now that looks like it's a small bounce, maybe it's a dead cat bounce, whatever you want to call it. But if you zoom out and we go all the way back, you will see just how much of a climb Bitcoin has been on. And I've started to mark there where I think we will break down. And again, it's not to the day. I think if we continue along this new line that we have here, we're going to get somewhere near 60% around about the end of the year. And then we're going to do something like that. Now, again, for those of you that have never been here before, that might look dramatic. Let's just take a little reminder of what happened last time. The Bitcoin dominance fell off the side of a cliff. Okay, so yes, it can be dramatic. I don't think it's going to be as dramatic this time because we have diamond-handed ETFs. The ETFs are not selling. So maybe we're not going to see the dramatic fall of Bitcoin, but it's going to retrace. And it's going to retrace either over a period of 3 or 4 months at the start of next year, or even by the summer, by the start of the summer, we will start to see a retracement back down. Because we do need an alt season. If we want our bags to be pumped, we need an alt season. Now I have an itch at the back of my mind, and that is that traditionally the money that goes into alts comes from Bitcoin. Now, these ETFs by October are going to hold 1 million Bitcoin. So on one hand, the money that's coming in isn't going to go into the alts because it's just locked away in an ETF, and the same to a very small extent with Ethereum. But where does the money come from to pump the alts? Are we going to have to go high to then pump the alts? Because the money in crypto outside of the ETFs, it's not that much more than you would have expected it to have been more. There's more money in crypto, more stable coins, more cap. So I don't know whether it's going to dramatically affect the alt season or affect it in a smaller way. And I don't know whether the supply shock of Bitcoin, which might be coming up in 2 years' time, I don't know whether that's going to have more of an effect on everything else. I don't know. It's a grey area for me at this moment in time. Now then, I said at the start of the show, what did you think our October would look like? And the majority, I would guarantee the majority of you would say that we are in the red for October. And we are not in the red for October. We are up 0.32% for Bitcoin in October so far. Now, I will admit, this surprised me, and it surprised me a lot more because yesterday, when I put this chart into the stream, we were in the red. And then, of course, overnight, we pumped, and I think we got rejected off 64,000. We'll have a look in a minute. So we're actually green for October. We are in positive territory. Onwards and upwards, we now need to do another 19.7%. Another 20% on top of what we've got would put us where? It would put us at the bottom right-hand corner, which is there. If I point, you will see my target of 74,000. Okay, that's my little Darren Brown number in the corner that nobody ever pays attention to. That's where we're going to, hopefully, this month. So we are in positive territory. Now then, let's move on very quickly. This is all the buzz right now. And the reason it's all the buzz is it HBO? HBO, yeah. HBO have created a documentary on who Satoshi Nakamoto is. And I said, Thursday or Friday last week, I said, it doesn't matter who they name, it's all good publicity. And I also said, we've gone from the news talking about scams and it being scam and, you know, fraud and criminals and all that money laundering. We've gone from that to now talking about it in a slightly more sensible, grown-up way, okay? And there is a kind of a pathway that things follow for adoption. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win, okay? And we're not quite at the stage of they will fight you yet. We're not at the stage of getting past that because the SEC is still going after the likes of Ripple, but we're nearly there. You know, Donald Trump is probably going to win this election. I think America's going to turn green as far as crypto adoption is concerned, and we're all good. So although you'll also hear people saying, well, it doesn't matter whether Kamala or Donald Trump wins, Bitcoin doesn't care. And they're right, Bitcoin doesn't care, but the price of Bitcoin cares, okay? And Bitcoin will continue to mine and continue to push forward and continue to run out of the supply, and exchanges will continue to run short on the supplies, whether Kamala is in or Trump. Again, I agree, but the price of Bitcoin cares, and there's a difference. If you want a $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 Bitcoin, I guarantee you it will arrive faster with Trump in power than with Kamala Harris. Anyway, Len Sassaman enters the spotlight as top Satoshi candidate ahead of the HBO documentary. There is a lovely hoodie. I need to get some, now that you can see me on camera, I need to get some Crypto Warehouse merch sorted out with our logos and stuff on, so we look the part and I'm not just sitting here in a t-shirt. Good side is awareness on crypto with HBO documentary. Absolutely, that is the key. The key is, very simply, we want more people to know about Bitcoin, more people to know about crypto. There will be 5,000 or 10,000 people that watch that documentary that go and buy crypto as a result. Then there might be a CNN or CNBC special. Another 2,000 or 3,000 people will go and buy crypto. It's like chipping away at adoption and full adoption. It's just every little thing that goes along just adds to the total number of people that hold crypto. That's all there is to it. So this will make a huge difference. So let's move on. HBO is to release a documentary that's on track to unmask the identity of the fabled Bitcoin creator, potentially solving one of crypto's biggest mysteries. The potentially groundbreaking documentary, which was created by prominent investigative filmmaker Cullen Hoback, is to be premiered on Wednesday. Not long to wait. The late American information privacy advocate Len Sassaman has emerged as the leading candidate. According to Polymarket Bettors, 40% chance of being identified by Hoback. The late cryptographer Hal Finney, he was the one I was trying to think of the name of on Friday. He received the very first Bitcoin transaction, and Adam Back, who was cited in the Bitcoin white paper, comes in second and third places. So again, I don't believe it's any of these people. And I do believe it has been leaked, and I don't want to ruin the film for you, that the ending of the HBO documentary focuses on the fact that they just don't know who he is. So I'm not going to ruin the ending, but that is the ending. He was working on PGP encryption software alongside Hal Finney. Sassaman also collaborated with Back. It's also worth noting David Chaum, who's known as the godfather of cryptocurrency, was his PhD advisor. I think the issue is, and it's important to understand this, is although Satoshi created Bitcoin, the Bitcoin white paper, Hal Finney and this group of people, they contributed different elements. So the proof of work mechanism, the proof of work idea was taken from somebody else. The PGP element was taken from somebody else. You had 12, 14, 20 great minds working on this. So although a lot of the time it's, Hal Finney is Satoshi, Hal Finney is solely responsible for Bitcoin. No, he isn't. None of them are. It was a collective. But the person who wrote the white paper, the person who mined for the first time, the person who sent the first transaction was Satoshi. So he is the apex. He's the top of the pile. But all of these individuals contributed to Bitcoin. Now, there is another theory that Satoshi is not one individual and is a group of individuals that had one individual write for them. Potentially, Hal Finney and Sassaman realized what they were doing. It would have been a threat. Remember, PGP in America was outlawed 27, 28 years ago because of the American secret services couldn't crack it. So they went to arrest people that developed PGP. And again, because they knew this, if they knew they were going to create their own currency, they also knew that they would become the targets for the secret services. So maybe they created Satoshi as a fictitious third person who they could attribute Bitcoin to. So they would be, oh, well, we didn't create it, it was created by Satoshi. That's another possibility. Maybe it's the fictitious third person that Poirot talks about all of the time in his murder mystery films. So do we think it's Sassaman? No, we do not think it is Sassaman. I do not think it is Hal Finney. I do not think it is Sassaman. I think it is either a third individual, fourth individual who has remained nameless, or it's somebody who never existed. And because they never existed, you couldn't find him. However, and we did research on this, by the way, as well. If you read the CIA's documentation, they refer to Satoshi as a third nation, or is it a third party national or something like that? So basically, according to the CIA, Satoshi is not an American-born citizen. That is something else to throw out there. Adam Back, CEO, Hal Finney, early contributors exactly, Mansa. The true nature of Nakamoto, whether one person or several persons, remained unconfirmed. Absolutely, completely agree. And we don't really care about who Satoshi is. Satoshi should be an anonymous, uncensorable, uncontrollable individual. And I've said this is the weakest link in every other blockchain. So Vitalik Buterin can have political pressure applied to him. We've seen what's happened with the CEO of Telegram. Charles is trying his hardest to get out of the way of Cardano and handed it over to the council. You then have the likes of Anatoly, who's probably already sold his soul. Let's be fair, he is very much market-driven. You have other leaders of other chains. Gavin, you have Steve, you have all of these other CEOs of all the different blockchains, Adam as well. And the issue is, they're all individuals, they're all human, and they're all fallible. And when you have enough political pressure applied to you, you will do what they want. And that, unfortunately, is the way it works. And the only one that doesn't fall under that, guys, is, of course, Bitcoin, because it's decentralized, it's around the world, and you can't go after one individual. You can try and take the blockchain down, as the Wizards proved a year and a half ago. So it can be attacked, of course, but there isn't one individual they can throw in a cell. Now then, Bitcoin price is back above the 63,000 level, which is, of course, the bull market support band. It's sitting on top of it. Okay, we have come back down. We got as high as 64,000 and got rejected. Again, I sound like a stuck record. We need to hold it. We need to do this. Okay, and all of the people saying we put in a higher high, my higher high doesn't begin until 68,000. We didn't get there. This is not, for me, a higher high, because this, for me, was a weak pump, because we came from so far down. So this is a good pump, by the way, from 49 all the way up to 65, but I don't believe it's the lower high from here. I think we've got a continuation, which comes down here. I think 68,000 is where we've got to break. And we have to hold 63,000. We get above the bull market support band is hard enough, but hold it. Hold the bull market support band. So I am expecting a good week. I'm expecting some positive noise, and I'm expecting a bounce back off 63 and then a move to the upside. Again, this is a geopolitical move to the downside. This was caused a week ago now by the events in the Middle East, which we're not going to talk about. but we've recovered pretty well. If you think about it, Monday, what's that, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, we're at the price we're at now, pretty much. We had our move up, we got to 66,000. Bad things happened, we came all the way down to 60,000. Now we're back at 63. So although we haven't fully recovered, we're on our way up. So I'm expecting a positive week, but we need to hold that 63 or 62.8. We've got to hold it. If we don't, it's going straight back down again. Right then, let's move on a little bit. Good morning, Azhar. I hope you're well. Higher low is also important. Yes, that is very true, Kishan. We have put in higher lows. Yes, the higher lows for me are more important than the higher highs. We're not going to put in a higher high until we get to 68,000, in my opinion. And we're not there yet, but we're not far away. What we are, we're 10% away. Now then, there was I don't know whether it was a podcast or Mark Cuban went on to some show and he was calling Dogecoin, SHIB, meme coins, rug pulls in the works. And again, I'm not going to agree with him. I'm not going to disagree with him just yet. But I think what you've got to be wary of is somebody that makes a sweeping generalization about anything. All cryptos are scams, is one sweeping generalization. All crypto has no value is another sweeping generalization. What is the money in your pocket backed by? Because it's not backed by gold. Okay, it was 50 years ago, it's not anymore. Your money in your pocket is backed by trust in your government. Okay, your government tells you that that money is worth what it is worth. And other countries around the world, they also have their currencies backed by trust. And when a country goes through the change of a prime minister or a president, and that's seen as a strong president, the value of that currency goes up based on the trust in that president. Biden, potentially one of the worst presidents we've ever seen in America, okay? The dollar has held up pretty well, 135 to the pound, considering the way that they've printed and printed and printed. It's not done too badly. The Eurozone, the euro has been on a decline now for 25 years. The pound hasn't fared an awful lot better. There are some currencies that have done incredibly well, but it's backed by trust. Bitcoin, Ethereum, it's not just backed by trust. Bitcoin is backed by the biggest, most secure network mankind has ever made. Okay, there's more to it than just trust. Ethereum is backed by the sum of its parts. Some of the blockchains are backed wholly on speculation. Okay, 95% of the tokens that you hold are based on speculation. Show me what your projects are delivering today. And if you can't, because it's not finished its roadmap, then you're buying into speculation. Okay, now what is a meme coin? It's speculation and it's social experiment. It's a social, it's a movement, whatever you want to call them. But they are the bottom of the pile for me as far as any type of investment goes. Because what is Pepe worth? What's Bonk worth? It's a brand, maybe. It's a meme coin. Again, so he's not wrong. But where I draw the line is calling them a rug pull. Okay? There is no real reason for it to stick around other than for fun, to see the token go up in value because more people came in. Okay. A rug pull is where the largest holder of that coin dumps the market and sucks the liquidity out, closes down the liquidity pool and runs off with the money. That's a rug pull, okay? What he's describing is hype and FOMO and noise. It's not a rug pull. If a coin, let's say PopCat, which I did, by the way, pick, let's say PopCat goes from $1.50 over the next 6 months and it goes down to 25 cents. And it's a slow, gradual decline because the hype has gone. They've not launched anything. Is it a rug pull? No, it's not a rug pull. It's a rug pull when the founder or the initial team, they snipe the circulating supply before it goes live, wait for the price to go up, wait for the liquidity to be added, and then dump all their coins and it goes to zero. It's a rug pull. okay? So I don't agree with his definition of a rug pull. Part of the game in meme coins is to time it to see if you're going to make or lose money. It's like flipping a coin. It's like playing roulette. Nobody is so stupid to think it's a great investment, even if they all go to Reddit or Telegram and say this is the best meme coin. To the moon, baby. Now, again, I do agree with a lot of the sentiment behind what he's saying, and I don't agree with them. They're not rug pulls, but the sentiment is this. You shouldn't be looking at a pre-sale of any token on X, okay? They will all go to zero pretty much. You shouldn't be buying a meme coin under probably $100, $200 million. Don't do that. That's stupid, okay? If you have a meme coin where you know the team, you're heavily invested in the team, by all means go and do it. But we're at the stage of the bull run where you need to try and pick which meme coins are going to run. So they need to already be developed and already have size. So the three that I have picked, I told you before, Brett, Popcat and Mew. Now, Popcat is already pumping and it might already get to the point, it overtook Floki yesterday, the day before. It might get to the point where I can't say that anymore because it's gone too far. When I was talking about Popcat, I was talking about doing a 10x. If we're now at the stage where the price means it's only likely to do a 4x, in my eyes, then I'm going to stop recommending it because it's too late. I told you about it 2 or 3 months ago. Had you bought it 2 or 3 months ago, you'd be in big profits now. Brett hasn't done that pump yet, and Mew has pumped and retraced and pumped and retraced. But Mew is stuck at a certain market cap that when it breaks, it will go. And Popcat is leading the charge. So again, I don't agree with calling them rug pulls. I would say that it's speculation and hype. And when that speculation and hype dies down, that's when the coin will slowly go down. Is Dogecoin also a rug pull? Absolutely not. It's not a rug pull. How is it a rug pull? What Dogecoin has is absolutely terrible tokenomics. It's being printed into infinity. It has no maximum supply. Elon Musk has talked to the founder about trying to put in a roadmap where it becomes proof of stake and the supply gets capped. That's what he's talking about. But it's not happened. I think Dogecoin is the most overrated coin in the top 30 by a country mile. It's even more overrated than Toncoin, which I don't rate very highly. So again, Doge does not have more potential applications than Cardano. That is absolute BS. So again, I take on board the sentiment of what he's saying, and I agree that you should stick to the coins that are listed on your exchanges. But I also think you should be looking at anything over 200, 100 million now as a meme. If you want meme coins and you've got $100, put $5 into meme coins and get 5 each for $1. That's what I would do. 5% of your portfolio in meme coins. 4 of them are not likely to do very well, and 1 of them is likely to do incredibly well. But just be careful with meme coins. Right then, let's move on super quickly. It is 11:39. And again, this is what I was warning you about last week. Again, I don't want to sound like a stuck record, but please do not buy this token. And if you do want to buy this token, tell me in chat why this token has any value. FTX hasn't existed for 2 years. It doesn't exist, okay? Celsius token. Celsius hasn't existed for what, 2 years? The token is still tradable. People still pump it from time to time. This doesn't exist. Why are you buying it? Again, the token is pumping, and there's no reason for this token to pump, okay? I don't want to read too much of this out, okay? But FTX, they hold a lot of tokens, and the people over there in charge have been selling the Solana. They've been selling all of the other coins that they've had on the books to pay back the creditors. I get that. But this token is trash. I know it has been pumping. I know it has gone up and down, but mostly up a lot over the last few days. And listen, if you want to short and long it, who am I? It's my opinion. It's not your opinion. It's my opinion. But I wouldn't touch this with a barge pole. It's a defunct project. And where's this going to be in 2 years' time? Where is that token going to be in 2 years' time? What development is going on behind that token? What's the ecosystem behind the token? There isn't anything. It's trash. Please don't buy trash tokens. I am not here to make you rich. That is not my job. I am here to try and stop you from making stupid mistakes as best I can. And stupid mistakes are buying pre-sales and buying tokens of exchanges that don't exist anymore. Now, you'll notice, by the way, in the bottom left-hand corner, that for some reason, my chat doesn't work. And I don't know why. That big red box should have your comments in, and they're not. Now, this is a bit different. This isn't an article. I'm going to very quickly run through, and I've set myself a target of 5 coins. I'm going to give you 5 coins that if I had $1,000 today, and I was going to put $200 into each, which 5 coins I would buy from the Solana ecosystem today. Because I've seen lots of people going heavy on one coin, heavy on another coin. And I think it's important to realize that a portfolio has many parts. You can have 8 tokens, you can have 12, you can have 20 tokens, yes. But there is a minimum and a maximum you should hold, in my opinion. And the minimum really probably is about 6 to 8. That's the minimum, and that's a tight portfolio. And the maximum, I think, is 16 to 20 tokens, maximum. And the reason you would have 16 to 20 tokens is you might have different bags. Now, again, I'd call them different portfolios. So you might have 3 AI tokens, 3 meme coins, 3 RWA asset coins, that's 9. Then you might have the layer 1s, Bitcoin, Ethereum, that might be another 6, there's 15 already. And then you might have 4 or 5 of your own favorite tokens. So you can get to 20 quite easily. But when you get to 30, 40 tokens, how do you keep up to date with all the information? That's another problem that you may have. Now, the Solana ecosystem, it's fairly big. It's more than just Solana and meme coins. I'm going to pick 5 tokens out of this that I would hold if I was buying today. Now, the first one is clearly going to be Solana. Okay, the number 1 token on the Solana ecosystem, you should hold Solana. Now, as well as holding Solana, a lot of exchanges, ones that you're on, they will allow native staking. And you'll be able to stake your Solana and earn maybe 6%, 7% APR on that. Now, again, we're going to get on to talk about leaving crypto at the end of the bull run. We're going to do a video on that, or a live stream, sorry, because it's important to get out. Now, getting out also means unstaking your tokens. So if you know the bull run is roughly going to end sometime between August and November next year, and you've got tokens that are staked for 90 days, and you stake them in July or August, then those tokens are staked August, September, October. So you don't want to be doing that. You want to be staking them now and maybe taking them out in July next year. So Solana, I would take it today. I would then take that Solana, 1.3 Sol, and I would go and stake it on my exchange that you're currently watching it on. The second one, and again, this is it's the second largest token really, is Chainlink. I'd go and buy Chainlink. Chainlink doesn't have, it does have staking, but it's always capped. It's always full. So Chainlink would be my next one. I would buy $200 of Sol, $200 of Chainlink, and then it gets a bit more personal. Which coins do I like? Now, Render is nice, but I don't want to buy that. Dog with Hat is, it's not quite overvalued, but it's already got quite a large market cap, 2.6 billion for a meme coin. Where's it going to go in the bull run? It's a bit high for me. The Graph I like, but we're going to get onto another coin that I like better in a minute. Bonk is already probably too high at 1.6 billion. Again, I would leave that. Helium and well, not always, but Helium I don't like as a token. I don't like the project. Then we get down to the next two. I would hold Pyth Network. Pyth is a small or smaller version of Chainlink. It's an oracle. It's doing incredibly well. I won't buy it because I think it's going to overtake Chainlink, because it's never going to overtake Chainlink in this bull run. We've only got a year left. But I think it's undervalued at 1.2 billion. So I think at 33 cents, I would buy Pyth. So that's number 3. Number 4, I would buy Jupiter. Now for Jupiter, to have a smaller market cap than Pyth is incredible, okay? Jupiter at this moment in time should probably be around $1.50, $2, $1.50. In the bull run, I think that's easily going to go towards $5, $6, maybe $5. There's a few things coming up which will increase the price. The burn mechanism. They're going to burn 30% of the supply. That's going to increase the value of it. So Jupiter at this price is a steal. Some of these coins, by the way, they've already run. So I'd be careful. But Jupiter certainly hasn't, and neither has Pyth. So I would go for Chainlink. I would go for Sol. I would go for Pyth. I would go for Jupiter. That's 4. And the 5th one, and you all know I'm going to pick this one because it's the meme coin that I think is going to have the biggest run in terms of where it is today. $545 million market cap. Even if it 10x's or 8x's, it's still going to go to $4 to $5 billion market cap. That's what the likes of Dog with Hat have done already. Okay, so which is the faster horse? And which is the horse that's going to get you the maximum return? If Dog with Hat goes to 10 billion, which I don't think it will, but if it does, that's a 4x. If Cat in a Dog's World goes to 10 billion, that's a 20x. So your $100 in Cat in a Dog's World, new, and your $100 in Dog with Hat. Dog with Hat's going to get outperformed by new every day of the week. So there'd be my 5. 4 solid projects and a meme stroke community coin. There are others in here which are pretty good as well. Radium is excellent. Book of Meme, excellent. Gito, excellent. IO, Deepin project, again, that should be $5. It's not $1.88. GigaChad, I've seen lots and lots of influencers pumping GigaChad, so I tend to stay away from it. I didn't even know Civic was still around. Band, didn't know that was still going. MAGA Trump, again, anything below $5, MAGA Trump is certainly a coin that I would look to hold until November and then sell. Ponke, I know that a few people out there hold, but again, they'd be my 5 picks, and I'm here to give you my opinion. You can have a different opinion. It's entirely up to you, but they've all got strong fundamentals. They're all solid projects. Even Mew, which is a meme coin, it's building its own animated TV series. So even that has its own utility, its own community elements to it. Jupiter, I don't have to explain. Chainlink and Solana, I don't have to explain. Pyth is going to be there or thereabouts as well. So they would be my 5 picks if I was going to buy today. Okay, I already own Solana, Chainlink, Jupe. I bought $50 of Pyth to do a video on that I haven't got around to doing yet. And Mew is obviously our sponsor, but we were advertising Mew way before they sponsored us. They sponsored us because we were making videos about Mew, not the other way around, which is good. I'm happy with that. Now then, how long do we have left? We've got 10 minutes, 2 articles. I don't think that's too bad. I think we've got plenty of time. Let me know if you've got any questions in chat. Jamie Massetti, I don't think any metaverse coin is going to do well this bull run. That everything's going to pump, okay? Everything's going to pump in the bull run. But if you can get it at a really cheap price, if you can buy Mana, and sand at really cheap prices, it's going to pump. But I wouldn't hold metaverse coins. They've had 4 years. I don't see what they've done. I don't see the adoption. I don't see the usage. Gaming isn't here. It's not coming to crypto yet. So I don't know who's going to be going into Decentraland. There needs to be a reason to go into it, and I don't see it. So for me, it's a no. Sandbox is a no. The closest, and it's not even a metaverse, Star Atlas, which is a metaverse in space. Even they're not going to be ready for this bull run. They're also maybe 3 years away. So I just think it's a narrative that's going to work. It's just not going to work for this bull run, in my opinion. Again, I'm also not a fan of Telegram, but I cover the news. I give you my opinion on things, and Telegram, for me, I don't see the value yet in the proposition of TON, not in the value of Telegram. Telegram makes perfect sense, but I don't see the value of TON just yet. A few clicky games doesn't make a blockchain top 10. And, you know, hamster combat, cat, dog. I mean, what we're going to be talking about this time next year, the 76th iteration of click to earn. Where is the value in the TON blockchain? Is it the fact that they're going to try and get 300 million, 400 million people onto it and transacting? Maybe that's where their critical mass is. They're the only place in crypto where you can get 300 or 400 million people. So yes, 1 second. I am sneezing a lot today, and I do not know why. What do you think about VVS? In the know. Hello. I bought VVS years ago, 5 years ago, whenever it launched, and the price absolutely tanked. As a project for earning yields, yeah, I think it's a good project. As a token, it seems to have a very high circulating supply, and it seems to be emissions based. So unless they've changed since I looked at them 3-4 years ago, then I don't know. But I wouldn't touch VVS. Again, we're a year away from potentially changing everybody's lives. Some more than others. And I think, and again, I could be completely wrong, there's going to be some runners from the pack, like Ton, like Sui, or maybe even Say, are going to run from the pack and surprise everybody. Even though Sui's done incredibly well, it could keep going. Maybe it gets to top 6, top 7. There's going to be a couple of them. Then there's going to be some meme coins that run from the pack, like maybe Ponke runs from the pack, maybe Mew runs from the pack. Then you're going to see, hopefully, and this is where there's still the element of we don't know, we expect the major blockchains, the major layer 2s, the major projects to shine. So I expect Ondo to do well. I expect AI to do incredibly well. I expect other real world asset projects to do well. ICP is making a fortune. So for all those people saying it's trash, it's generating a lot of fees. Chainlink generates a lot of money. I expect them to do well. But from here on in, I only expect a 5x across my portfolio because it's already done a 2 or 3x already to get here. So a 5x from here will end up being something like a 10x. That's plenty. So I'm getting more and more adverse to 40, 50, $80 million projects at this stage of the bull run. In the bear market, that's where you pick up these diamonds. So let's say that Mantra has a great bull run, gets to $3, $4, and then tanks in the bear market like everything else, and it comes down to 20 cents. Would I buy Mantra at 20 cents? Absolutely. I would buy the same bag that I would have bought at $3, except this time you're going to get 15 times the number of tokens. So the bear market is where you pick up these gems. But I'm not going in to buy them at this stage because there's not long left. 12 months, 10 months left. if we were going to be talking about buying VVS or even Decentraland, and you bought them in June last year when they were worth a dog's tail, then you've done incredibly well so far, and they'll do even better. But at this stage in the bull run, if those coins haven't pumped already at all since June, and we've had the massive run up on Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything else, when are they going to pump? That's the problem. Now, Telegram, let's make sure. Tariq, good morning. How are you, Tariq? I hope you are well. Remember, smash the like button. We've got very few likes today. Very few likes. Maybe people just don't want to see this Adonis of a face, and I get that. Right then, Telegram has launched a gifts feature where users can buy presents for their friends. The gifts look like animated images to which you can add a message and will be displayed on a separate tab in the user's profile. How nice. Recipients can opt to sell their gifts in exchange for virtual money known as Telegram Stars. Earlier this year, the social media platform launched the in-app currency Stars. The feature allows mini apps on the platform to accept payments for digital services. Also highlighted that Stars can be used to support creators. I don't know about this. The Stars would serve to fund creators or to pay for other services in mini apps. The gifting option with customizable messages and emojis is available on each profile. So again, gifting within the app, I mean, it's pretty standard. As far as I'm aware, Facebook has something similar, and I imagine Instagram has something similar. X has been talking about it now for forever. They've got subscriptions. It's not the same thing. Tipping is great, but you need a reason to tip. You need to give value for people to want to tip you. And adding this functionality is great, but you need to create a tipping culture. There needs to be a reason, like Patreon or whatever you want to call it. That works quite well for some people because they can create a community. We have a Telegram OG group that's got, I think, 10 or 11 OGs in it. And it's good because I can let my hair down in there and say what I think rather than doing it publicly and the wrong people saying it. I can also make OG videos. That works as well. So as long as the tipping feature comes with a value associated with it, I don't have a problem, but I just think it's going to get, I don't know, I think it's going to get to the point where it becomes a niche product. I don't see it as adding core value to the likes of Ton. Right then, let's move on very quickly. It's 11:58. Last bit of news before we head off for the day. I have millions of Toby that was airdropped from, but I know zero about it. I have never heard of Toby. I don't even know what Toby is. What on earth is Toby? I've got to be very careful because if I click that coin market link, it is, well, okay, so it's a meme coin. Right, okay. It looks, I'm not going to say it looks like trash because I don't know. I don't know enough about it. It's got a market cap of under 10 million. I mean, it's not done bad in a year. Give it that. Yeah, I mean, it's going to do nothing. What's it going to do? It's been around since April 5th. It's been around for 6 months. I don't know. It's got a massive circulating supply, so it's never going to get any real value. I don't know. If I was you, I'd sell that into a project that's going to be solid, personally. Lego claims full recovery after hackers hijacked its website to promote a crypto scam. Boo. So Lego fans reported a security breach of the toy maker's website yesterday. Hackers put up a banner urging site visitors to buy crypto they claimed was linked to the company. The issue looks to have been resolved, but Lego has not offered any information about the breach. Hackers make Lego an unwitting accomplice. This happens all the time. Again, the reason for including these articles is to make sure if you see something that is too good to be true, you do not buy it. Okay? If you see a an advertisement that says Tesla are giving away $500 of Dogecoin. If you see Vitalik on a YouTube video saying that it's going to give you $1,000 of Ethereum, they're all scams. If Lego tweet out, click here to get $100 of Lego token, it's a scam. Wait, and if it says you've got 4 hours to claim or 2 hours to claim, they're all scams. It's very difficult, but don't do it. And if you do it, go with a burner wallet. Don't use your real wallet. Anyway, now then, we're going to say goodbye to a few good people. And then we're very quickly going to show you what's happening on Wednesday. So if you are with us, have a great day. See you all tomorrow. Rest of you, don't go anywhere. I want to show you something now. There we go, Binanceans. We are back, and this is what I want to show you. On Wednesday, we are giving away a 1-key classic hardware wallet on Wednesday. It is only going to be given to one of the OGs. Okay, I've already got the list of OGs. The OGs are people which support us on YouTube. Okay, there are, I think, 11 of them. They are all going to be entered. Only the OGs. I'm saying this now because there's loads of people watching that think they're going to win a wallet. You're not. It's only going to the OGs that are on YouTube. However, on this night, we're also going to give away Mew. Okay? Now, I put a video out on Binance Square yesterday, which asked you to go and follow Mew's World and then comment the word follow underneath my post, and you'll be entered into a Mew giveaway. Okay? This is all happening on Wednesday. A real physical wallet is going to be won by one of the OGs, and we're going to give away some Mew on the night. So, you know what you need to do. Wednesday, the 9th of October, this Wednesday, 7 p.m, one OG is going to win that wallet. Okay? So, with all that being said, I am back in the room. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you to Tariq, Kishan, In The Know, Jamie, everybody else that's here. Big thanks to you all. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, please smash the like button and give us a follow. We are over 6,000 now on YouTube, but in total, I think after today, we'll be over 175,000 across the board. So we're very happy with that. We're trying to get to 200,000 by the end of the year. If we do, we'll try and do a massive giveaway at some point near Christmas. So thank you all for watching. The Oracle is back tonight. The Oracle is back at 9 p.m. So make sure to check your calendars. It's already up, as far as I'm aware, on Binance. It's already up on YouTube. Make sure to go and give us a follow, and I'll see you all in the morning. Take care. Should do that really, shouldn't I? See you tomorrow.